today with Judy Joo, author of K-Quick, Korean Food in 30 Minutes or Less. As a Korean-American, French-trained chef based in London and New York, Judy Joo's culinary expertise spans the globe. Judy is an expert in cooking and has specialties in pastry and Korean cuisine. She's also a renowned television star, an international restaurateur, a columnist for OK Magazine, and a cookbook author. As one of 4 UK Iron Chefs and the host of a cooking channel's Korean Food Made Simple, S1 and S2, Judy brings robust flavors from her Korean ancestry into the home kitchens each week. So, the book is K-Quick, Korean Food in 30 Minutes or Less. It's all about making Korean cuisine accessible and quick to prepare. What inspired you to write K-Quick, and was there any particular moment that made you realize people needed faster ways to create Korean food?
Well, thank you for that introduction. Wow. Actually, K-Quick wasn't really my idea, it was my publisher's idea. I have the chefing background and real chefing background, so I was like, this is so commercial, I don't want to make food in 30 minutes or less, it's going to compromise the flavor and da-da-da. So I actually wasn't that into it, but I really got persuaded because everyone around me, including myself, nobody has time to cook, and I'm all about trying to spread the flavors of Korea around the world. So I was like, why not? Why not make the cuisine more accessible and more fun, and hence K-Quick was born. So yes, you can get a lot of flavor in the food in 30 minutes or less, and I was really challenged by trying to figure out tips and tricks in order to do so. So yeah, little gems in this one.
Great. You've had an impressive career spanning restaurants, television, and writing, including being an Iron Chef in the UK, which if you could talk about that would be great. How has your approach evolved over the years, and what propelled you into cooking as a career after preparing for quite a different profession?
Yes.
From what I understand?
Yeah, so my way into the kitchens has been quite serendipitous. I started out as an engineering major, and then I went into finance, worked in finance for about 5 or 6 years, trading and selling fixed income derivatives. And then I decided to quit, much to the chagrin of my parents, and I enrolled at cooking school here in New York City at the French Culinary Institute. And the rest is really history. I started working in magazines, I started working in development kitchens, I worked in a nonprofit called Slow Food USA. I also started doing television, and that's where the whole Iron Chef thing came up. I was living in London at the time, and casting call after casting call, and managed to land the role, so I became the second Iron Chef that's female in the world, so after Kat Cora, and the first female Iron Chef in the UK. So that really kind of put me on the map, and that led to my own show, Korean Food Made Simple, which I had 2 seasons of on Food Network, and I just finished up House of Knives with Marcus Samuelsson and Scott Conant on Food Network here, and this is my 3rd book in my repertoire, so it's Korean Food Made Simple, as well as Korean Soul Food, and now K-Quick, and I have my 4th book, which I have to deliver in September actually, so I'm working on the next one already too. So you can always find your passion later in life, or you can have the bravery to change and pivot, and so yeah, I guess it's kind of all about following your passion and not a paycheck at the end of the day.
Well, what was the most surprising thing you learned about Korean food through your travels and professional experiences?
The most surprising thing I learned about Korean food through my travels is that I don't know as much as I do at all, because I'm constantly finding out new things, discovering new fruits, vegetables, root vegetables, things from the sea that I have never seen before, spices. I mean, the food and the cuisine is so incredibly vast and varied and seasonal. I have so much respect for Korean food. It is so incredibly interesting. It's dynamic, it's changing. The street food scene is always engaging, and I see something new every single time I go back to Seoul. So it's really fun. I love it.
You have like a watermelon rind kimchi?
Yes, watermelon rind kimchi. It's all about sustainable cooking now, so nothing goes to waste. Yes.
Okay, is that the inspiration? Nothing to waste?
Well, I've had watermelon rind kimchi before in Korea, and so I decided that I wanted to actually provide a recipe for it because people have asked for it, and there is a big trend around sustainability now. Yeah, and cooking, with 0 waste and all that. So I was like, why not, provide a recipe that is, it's actually really good. Like, everybody was fighting for it at the end.
Wow.
Because you give away everything in terms of the photo shoots. We made
I can't
it
imagine it personally, but it's,
yeah,
okay.
no, it's really good and crunchy. Well, you take off the hard green part, and so you're using like the yellow, the white pith. You scrape up all the pink stuff and everything. So,
You also have a squid game candy?
Oh, the Dalgona candy from Squid
Yeah.
Games, yes.
Yeah.
I made like 500 of those because there really is a trick to doing it. So I am an expert at making those little kind of candies that you have to like lick and use a little needle to carve out. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any reason you decided to do it, Squid Game candy, or?
Well, it's just fun and it's
Yeah.
trending, and I'll show
It is
you.
trending,
I'll
yeah.
show you the photo, and it's really easy. It's literally 2 ingredients. It's like baking soda and sugar. Yeah, that's it. And then
Great.
you can make those. And you need a bit of equipment, but that's it. So it's super
Okay.
easy, really fun. Could do it with the kids. Or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
something the kids could even do.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
That's
Very,
great.
very, very fun. I mean, it is like a caramel, so you have to be careful. Nobody get hurt and burned. But,
Oh, okay.
yeah, but it's fun to play with fire, right? You know,
Right.
it's a little bit of risk and it's all fun.
Squid Game, yeah.
Exactly. Squid Games, you know.
What is the one Korean dish that people often find intimidating, but is actually quite simple when you break it down? Is there one?
Korean dish that is intimidating but quite simple. I would say people get nervous around dumplings because they think that, right? Okay, right? So you're like nodding in agreement. So dumplings are actually not that hard because you just buy the wrapper. I mean, you can make the wrapper if you want to, but I do not make the wrapper because this is 30 minutes or less. So you just buy the wrapper. There are a gazillion types of wrappers, so definitely buy the right kind of wrapper. And then it's just all about making the stuffing taste good. But what I always say is that you can do a tester, so you just fry off a little piece first, like a little meatball, and then you season it, and then you use it and you stuff all your dumplings. But you know, as long as it makes its way into the wrapper, it's totally fine.
Dumplings.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And if someone is new to Korean cooking, which recipe from K-Quick would you recommend they start with?
The other thing that people are scared of is kimchi. Kimchi is really easy to make, and I've got a great kimchi recipe in here.
Okay.
And I do think that people should make their own kimchi because homemade kimchi, it's like spaghetti sauce. It's completely different when you make it at home versus when you buy it out of a jar. It's totally different. It's completely different products. If you can make your own kimchi, I highly suggest that you embark upon that path. Your neighbors might hate you. Your roommate might hate you because it does stink and it reeks and might infect your entire kitchen, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Okay. Right. I mean, I can see what it would be hard to get it right though. Do people get it right on the first try?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
okay.
Yeah. See, confidence. You're scared. You're scared already. No, don't be scared. This is my master kimchi recipes in here. So it's good. And there's some shortcuts with it. Yeah.
You also have a background in training in French cuisine.
Yes.
Did this help you maybe become an Iron Chef? How did this help you in your
Yes.
style of cooking?
Yes.
Can you just talk about that?
So I think because I am bicultural, I'm Korean American, and then I've been living in London, so I consider myself a French-trained Korean American Londoner. So one of my secret tricks competing on Iron Chef is that nobody knew what I was going to make. Like the French chef would always make French food, the English chef would always make English food, the Indian chef would always make Indian food. I was like, I'm gonna grab something out of my repertoire, and then I'm serving like a pizza, or I'm serving like a very gourmet pizza, or I'm serving like a dumpling, or I'm serving something that's Japanesey and kind of Korean or something, or
Right.
something that's blinged out American food. So yeah,
Fantastic.
that was one of my secret weapons.
And Korean food has exploded in popularity worldwide. What do you think has fueled this global fascination with food?
Korean food is so incredibly popular right now because of the Korean wave, and that is being fueled by Korean dramas translated into over 90 different languages around the world, and also K-pop. BTS fan? I'm sure you look like a BTS fan, and a Blackpink fan. I'm sure you're going to the concerts later in the year.
K-drama, yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, so K-pop and also Korean beauty. So Korean culture is really trending right now, which is super fun, and that's also fueling Korean cuisine. And right now there's just a bit of like cultural voyeurism going on with Korean culture in general, which is incorporates K-pop, Korean dramas, and also Korean food. Yeah.
Voyeurism as in people are just fascinated by
Fascinated by it. They're like, what are they eating? What are they drinking? They're watching all these Korean dramas and like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Yeah.
Are there any misconceptions about Korean cuisine that you think should be cleared up?
Yes, a misconception about Korean cuisine is, I keep forgetting to look at the camera, I'm looking at you now. Misconception about Korean cuisine is that everything is like crazy, fiery, hot, and spicy. It's not. Yeah, there are a lot of dishes that are not red and spicy. There are a lot of dishes that are bubbly, hot and spicy, but my favorite ones are bubbling bowls and cauldrons of like heat and fire. But
They're good in the
I love those.
They're great in the winter.
There are a lot of dishes that are not spicy.
What is a lesser-known Korean food ingredient that you think deserves more attention, or do you think is underplayed?
I would say doenjang, which is the Korean version of miso. So our version of miso is a Japanese product, and there are many different types of miso. So there's like red miso and white miso, etc. It's quite fresh tasting. It's funky and everything, but like our doenjang, we take it like deep. It's nutty. It's funky. It's coarse. It's much more pungent. Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it's delicious. So I would say that people don't know about doenjang as much. Yeah.
Okay, great. If you could cook a meal for any historical figure you could do it for, even if they're not alive, who would it be and what would you serve them?
Oh gosh, any historical figure.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. Ooh. That wasn't on my list. I didn't see that. Okay, I missed that question. I would have thought about that one before.
I know you talked about Connie Chung in another.
Oh yes, I love Connie
interview.
Chung. So
Yeah.
Connie Chung, I grew up watching Connie Chung, and there is something so true that you cannot dream what you cannot see, and just
Right.
seeing her on TV made me like, I was like, wow, maybe I could be on TV one day, and it's a little bit what I am. So Connie Chung, I'd love to cook for her. I mean, alive people, I would say, like, I'm a big tennis fan, so like Roger Federer.
Oh,
I
wow.
would say
Yeah.
too. Maybe Tony Bourdain, may he rest in peace. Yeah.
Fantastic.
But, yeah, some
Fantastic.
people like that.
What is your go-to comfort food when you're out short on time?
Instant ramen noodles, but pimped out a bit, I would say, is my ultimate comfort food. Yeah. And I do love those Pringles potato chips. Sour cream and onion potato chips, is that okay? When they're in like the mini in the mini bar of hotels, I have to eat them. Yeah. But they're usually like a mini can, so it's not so bad. Yeah. Yeah.
And have you ever had a kitchen disaster that ended up being something actually fantastic
Kitchen disaster that morphed into something fantastic?
or good?
No, they're usually disasters.
They're usually just
I say
disasters,
kitchen
okay.
disasters are usually like burning something, setting something on fire. I don't know. I've not like been able to save anything into an invention. Yeah, sadly.
Well, jumping to another subject,
Yes.
can you talk a little bit about your restaurants?
Yes. So
Yes.
I've got 7 Soulbirds in 3 different countries. I'm working on fast casual concepts now. So Soulbird, as the name implied, is Korean fried chicken. I've got 3 here in New York City, Madison Square Garden. I hope the Knicks win the other tomorrow night.
What are their names?
So it's Soulbird. So I'm in
they're all
Madison.
Soulbird,
Yeah,
okay.
they're all Soulbirds. So I'm open to this concept in order to expand it, to franchise it, to license it, all this stuff. And so I'm in Madison Square Garden. I'm at Citi Field to go Mets, and I'm also in the Barclays Stadium. So here in New York, I've got 3. I'm in Las Vegas in the Aria Hotel, Edinburgh Airport, and I've got. I'm also in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They just won the European League, and also in London, also just in London. So
So-
check out a Soulbird near you.
Does preparing Korean food in London feel different than preparing Korean food here, or say even in Korea?
It's easier. Preparing Korean food is easier in the States because there's so much better grocery stores here, whereas there's like one H Mart and that's it in London. Yeah.
So it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Supply chain's a challenge in Europe. But I've cooked Korean food all over the world, like from the Maldives to the Caribbean to the mountains of Samoritz to everywhere. Yeah.
Are there any like substitute foods you could use that could fill in, or is that
Yeah,
pretty
it's
difficult?
well,
to
you
do?
can't really substitute gochujang.
Right.
That's fermented Korean chili paste. It's very hard. Doenjang, you can kind of use a very funky red miso, but you can't really substitute gochugaru, which is the Korean chili flakes. That's pretty hard. Yeah, so it's tough. I carry around a lot of stuff when I'm cooking abroad. Yeah.
And would you recommend any particular dish from your book that would epitomize spring, since we're in spring?
Ooh, bibimbap. And you can use all spring vegetables. Like bibimbap, you can just use whatever vegetables are kind of bountiful at the moment. It's totally fine. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we all want to eat your recipes now.
Yes, please.
And
Yes, please.
what we usually ask authors to do too is we ask them to ham up a little bit. Are you okay for,
Totally, I can
for
ham
giving
up.
your book a pitch?
Yeah.
Like it's a commercial. That's
Yes,
why
that's
you want to
fine.
buy your book. Okay,
Here?
so
Okay.
yeah.
So am I saying it?
So you want me to give you a cue?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. On 3. 1, 2, go.
Hi everyone, I am Chef Judy Joo and I am coming to you live from Kinokuniya bookstore in New York with my new book, K-Quick, hot off the press. You can make Korean food in 30 minutes or less. It doesn't disappoint, and my master Korean, my master kimchi recipe is in here. Lots of great flavors. The other thing that I do is that when I do a recipe like bibimbap, you can make it with beef, pork, shrimp, all the variations. Same with japchae noodles, lots of things. So I am really trying hard to put in something for everyone here. So if you're a pescatarian or if you just want beef or you want pork, whatever, there is a version of the Korean dish for you in here. So
Fantastic.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judy Joo, and signed copies will be available as long as they last. Click on the link in the description box below if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, thank you very much today.
Thank you.
Judy Joo.
Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you.